Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Well, I'm back to create another book. We're going to use this World Book Encyclopedia cover and create a whole new book out of it. I watched a video yesterday and got a bit of a bee in my bonnet and thought I really want to try that. So I will do it as we go along here, and I will show it to you and explain what it is and where I saw it as I go. But probably not today because it is something I need to do to the pages. So anyway, moving on from that, I have here a selection of pages that I have already made. There is a lot more bright pages than I would normally put into a journal. This is because I am doing a themed journal for a change. I rarely do themed journals. Closest thing to a theme I have is junk. But although it is still junk, today I have decided I'm going to do a gardening journal. It's sort of all tied in with the video that I saw, and I just got this real urge to make a gardening journal, which I have not done for many years, to be honest. I used to make them quite regularly, gardening journals and sewing journals and the like, but I haven't made one for a long time, so it's time apparently. So I'm going to get on with folding these pages. Obviously these ones are a good size to start with, so I don't need to do anything with those. Unlike my last journal that we did together, where I had to build pages because it was quite a large cover, this is a sort of regular size cover, so I'm basically going to be cutting pages down to fit into it. So it's going to have a lot less work on the pages than the last one did as far as that's concerned. But all the same, we will make them beautiful. So we'll work on them in different ways. So these pages, the coloured pages that have been coffee dyed, they're all fine. And now I'm just going to work on the other pages that I've selected and cut them all to size. And then we'll think about putting them together into signatures so that we know what we're doing with this whole thing, see if we've got enough papers. These last few pages have just been paper bag sides sewn together. They're slightly too tall, so I'm just tearing off one side and just cutting the daggy bits off the edges. And these couple of pages, are just out of an old children's scrapbook, and they have just got ink dye sprayed on them. So yeah, I think it's like Delusions ink or something along those lines. just randomly through stencils. So you can see a little bit of stenciling there, but mainly it's just pretty colours. And they just look like they would lend themselves nicely to a gardening book. They're just bright and cheerful and sort of spring colours, I guess. This one's a bit more oceany, but it's going in anyway. These next couple of pages are actually finger painting done on the gel plate. They were roses, I guess, and that's up to interpretation, but yeah, I thought that also lent themselves to a gardening book, and they've been in my stash for a very, very long time. I was playing around one day with some paints and my gel plate, and yeah, this is what I came out with, so I popped them in my filing cabinet, never to be seen again until today. I wanted to incorporate this gardening book dust cover because, well, it was fairly large. It was really bright. Of course, it was a gardening theme, so it couldn't be more perfect. But yeah, it definitely required some thought as to how I was going to fit it in and how I wanted to cut it, because I didn't want to waste it. And, you know, I ended up just... because it's folded up, it was unusual in the fact it was folded up in the top and bottom on the inside as well. So I decided to leave that on the bottom area and just use it as a pocket. And I will cut off the two sides where it folded over the edges of the book and refold it so that it fits into this book. So I've got some nice big pieces left over for, you know, who knows what, but yeah, at least I could fit it into the book quite successfully at that rate, and it makes a useful little sort of pocket inside the book. I really wanted to use this paper bag in the journal, but well, it's a part of a paper bag, but it's just really not the right shape. So I'm going to put it aside, and I'll come back to that at a later date. Maybe it will be in this journal, maybe it will be something else. So meanwhile, it'll just go back into my stash where it came from. I'm going to take some of these pages that were coffee dyed with some bubble jet printed pages on purpose, might I add, just to see what would happen. And they've come out with these beautiful sort of gorgeous patterning just from the ink running. So what I decided to do, because I want this to be quite a sturdy book, is I'm just going to glue them printed side to printed side. Okay, well, here is our little stack of papers that have been torn to size and folded. I'm not sure whether we have enough here, but I feel like we've got close to enough. As you know, if you've watched me long enough, I normally put about 10 pages into each signature. And I'm going to actually start stacking these because I've got 4 colours of these coffee dyed coloured papers. I'm going to make just 4 signatures. Just the way I decided I wanted to do it. There's 4 seasons, it's a gardening book. I thought that was appropriate. So I'm just going to distribute them sort of roughly evenly between these piles, and then I will count them and see how we're going for numbers and work out whether we need more, we need less, or whether we're just about right. I'm Goldilocks. What can I say? As it turns out, there's 10 pages, so that's perfect. I will be putting an additional page in them. I want to put one of those pages that we glued together, so there will be 11 pages per signature. So now I'm just going to stack them the way I would like to see them. So basically our signatures are together. That was very quick. from choosing papers to getting signatures actually arranged, that's a fairly speedy process. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today, guys. Tomorrow we'll work on the pages and I'll show you that technique that I saw on video today. And yeah, we will get a move on with making these pages all sort of finished off, ready to be sewn into this signature block. So I'll arrange these other 3 signatures with you, and then I'm off for the day. And yeah, you can too, if you're stuck around this long to start with. I hope you have a lovely day, guys. I appreciate your company as always, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.